How to make a guy text you each day. So I've seen a lot of bad advice on this question, and I've been getting it a lot from clients and especially from you online. Now there's two specific parts of this question. How to make a guy text you each day. A lot of focus gets put on texting and texting frequency. It's a relationship problem that no other generation has experienced or dealt with before. What does texting really represent though? What's underneath? What's the intent? When a guy texts you, a guy you like, you feel loved, you feel wanted, you feel desired. When you think about it, it's not really about the text itself, it's about him expressing his emotions. It could be, how do I make a guy call me each day? How do I make a guy see me on a regular basis? It could be WhatsApp or Snapchat, it could be Messenger. It's not a question about text messages specifically, it's a question about how to feel loved and appreciated by a guy each and every day in whatever form that comes in. Now the second part of this question is each day, the frequency. Is the frequency you're asking for reasonable? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Now, depending on how well you know the guy, and depending on both of your attachment styles, frequencies will change. If you're incredibly anxious and you want to hear from him 10 times a day, and he's incredibly avoidant and wants to text a woman twice a week, it's pretty obvious that the two of you aren't going to work. Your job is to act in a way that represents a secure attachment pattern, and then expect that in return. So ask yourself, whatever frequency you've chosen, I want him to text me each hour, each day, I want him to call me a few times a week, is the frequency that you've chosen reasonable? And if your answer is yes, then this is the secret of how to make a guy text you each day or whatever your frequency is. You shouldn't have to. If you have to make a guy text you, if you have to use some tactic or force him to text you, it's not a good relationship. He's not wanting to put in the effort to make you feel loved. Again, you can examine your own attachment pattern. And if you're expecting a guy to text you 10 times a day, you might have unreasonable expectations. So get clear, is what I'm expecting reasonable based on how well we know each other? If it is, and you're not receiving it, then it's a sign that either A, your attachment patterns do not match up, or B, the guy is just not that into you. Now with all this said, it doesn't mean hope is lost. You can still put yourself out there. Build the type of frequency that you want to build. In other words, if you want a guy to text you each day, text him today. Ask him how his day is. Then let him text you tomorrow. If you want a guy who calls you a few times a week, give him a call and then expect him to call in return. Ask him to call you. There's ways to be vulnerable and to build the frequency you want to build. You can put yourself out there and you can demonstrate the type of openness and willingness to build a relationship based on the frequency that is right for you. But if a guy's not willing to match that, you don't want to have to force him to. You want to choose men who want to invest on the same level as you and who have an attachment pattern that roughly matches yours. If it's not forthcoming, there will be other men who are willing to give you the quality of interaction and the frequency of affection and love that you're looking for. Well, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions. Love to hear them. Space below. Give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well. And don't forget, you can get witty with your texting. Make sure you're sending good texts by downloading my 12 texts to make him yours from the description. It's all free. Link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.
You're not